In the world of track and field, few athletes have captured the imagination quite like Fama Bowl. Over the past few years, the Dutch sprinter has redefined what's possible in the 400-meter hurdles, pushing the boundaries of human performance and etching her name into the sport's history. She became the first woman to break the 52-second barrier in the event, a monumental achievement that wasn't just a record, but a bold declaration of intent. For the first time, the seemingly untouchable dominance of McClaclin-Levrone's, the undisputed queen of the discipline, appeared vulnerable. Yet, when the moment of truth arrived at the Paris Olympics, Bowl's dreams unraveled in a way that tested her resolve like never before. What followed was a story of resilience, redemption, and the unbreakable spirit of a true champion. The athletics world had been buzzing for months, captivated by a silent but electrifying rivalry between two extraordinary women. On one side stood McClaclin-Levrone, a technical genius whose serene composure and near unattainable records made her a legend. Her races were a masterclass in precision, her strides gliding over hurdles with an almost ethereal grace. On the other side was Bowl, the Dutch sensation who ran with raw passion, her legs fueled by fire and an unyielding will to prove herself. Each time Bowl edged closer to the pinnacle, McClaclin-Levrone responded with a performance that redefined excellence. The world framed their competition in purely athletic terms, but for Bowl, the battle was deeply personal, intertwined with a struggle that went beyond the track. Bowl's rise to prominence wasn't without its challenges. Her breakthrough moment came earlier in the season during an indoor meet where she stunned the world by clocking 49.17 seconds in the 400-meter flat, a world best in the event. The time was staggering, a testament to her speed and determination. But it wasn't her legs or her record that dominated the headlines. It was her voice. Exhausted after the race, Bowl gave an interview, her high-pitched tone and breathless delivery catching the attention of the internet. What began as a light-hearted comment on social media spiraled into a wave of memes, imitations, and outright mockery. The comparison to Mickey Mouse's voice went viral, overshadowing her historic achievement. Instead of celebrating her triumph, millions fixated on something superficial. Praise turned to ridicule, admiration to scorn. For months, Bowl remained silent about the ordeal, carrying the weight of the mockery in private. But in a candid interview with Robert Roddenberry, she finally opened up, not with bitterness or anger, but with the same grace that defines her presence on the track. At first, I didn't understand what was happening. Then I saw the memes. It was confusing, frustrating, and honestly, it hurt. Her words revealed a wound far deeper than a passing joke. This wasn't just about a viral moment. It was about a moment of glory being reduced to a punchline. For an athlete who had poured her heart into her craft, the experience was a stark reminder of how quickly the world can turn on you. Yet Bowl refused to let it break her. She took the pain, the frustration, and the disappointment and transformed them into fuel. Her goal wasn't just to win races or medals, it was to redeem herself, to show the world that she was more than a meme, more than a voice. She was a champion. Standing in her path was an inevitable force, McClaclin-Levrone. For years, McClaclin-Levrone had ruled the 400-meter hurdles with an iron grip. Her performances were a blend of art and science, her strides so precise they seemed to defy physics. Her world record was so extraordinary that it would have won a men's 400-meter flat final at the British Championships, an astonishing testament to her speed. She didn't just run races, she orchestrated them, her calm demeanor masking a relentless competitive edge. But then came Bowl, a challenger who dared to dream of dethroning the queen. For the first time, McClaclin-Levrone wasn't running unchallenged, and the stage was set for an epic showdown at the Paris Olympics. In the 400-meter hurdles final, Bowl came out with her trademark aggression, exploding off the blocks to seize an early lead. Her strategy had worked brilliantly in the past, setting a punishing pace that few could match. But this time, it was her undoing. McClaclin-Levrone, ever the tactician, bided her time, her strides measured and deliberate. In the final stretch, she unleashed a devastating surge, passing Bowl with an elegance that was both beautiful and brutal. As if that weren't enough, another American, Anna Cockrell, overtook Bowl in the final meters to claim silver. Bowl crossed the finish line with bronze, a medal that for most athletes would be a career-defining triumph. But for Bowl, who knew the gold was within her grasp, it felt like a defeat. The image of her on the podium, eyes heavy with emotion, her expression a mix of pride and pain, told the story of a dream that had slipped away in the final moments. It wasn't just a race, it was the culmination of years of sacrifice, of overcoming ridicule, of chasing a goal that had seemed so close. Yet what sets true champions apart isn't just their ability to win, it's how they respond to loss. Bowl didn't retreat into the shadows or dwell on her disappointment. Instead, she returned to the track just days later for the mixed 4x4 meter relay final, an event that lacked the spotlight of the individual hurdles but offered a chance at redemption. When she took the baton, the Netherlands was languishing in fourth place, trailing the leaders by a significant margin. Commentators had already shifted their focus to the favorites, dismissing the Dutch team's chances. But Bowl wasn't there to follow the script. She had other plans. With the baton in her hand, she launched herself down the track with a ferocity that seemed to carry the weight of her entire journey. Her strides were powerful yet precise, each step closing the gap on her rivals. By the curve, she had overtaken one competitor. In the final straight, the stadium erupted as Bowl surged past the British, the Americans, everyone in her path. She crossed the finish line in first, securing a gold medal for the Netherlands that felt like a triumph of the human spirit. This wasn't just a race, it was a statement. There were no memes this time, no jokes about her voice or her interview. The world saw her for what she had always been, a warrior, a champion with an unbreakable heart. That relay was more than a victory. It was a moment of redemption that transcended the track. Bowl had refused to be defined by a bad day, by online ridicule, or by the weight of unfulfilled expectations. In a post-race interview, she spoke with raw honesty, her words carrying the wisdom of someone who had faced adversity and emerged stronger. I respect Sydney so much. She's an incredible athlete, but I believe my best race is still ahead of me, and I want to run it against her. Her words weren't born of arrogance, but of a quiet, unshakable belief in herself. They reflected an athlete who refused to be defined by a single moment, a single result. The rivalry between Bowl and McClaclin-Levrone is a rare and beautiful thing, in an era often dominated by manufactured drama and spectacle. Theirs is a rivalry built on mutual respect and a shared pursuit of greatness. Each time Bowl nears the summit, McClaclin-Levrone responds with a performance that seems to defy the limits of possibility. Yet Bowl doesn't shrink from the challenge. She trains harder, competes fiercer, and keeps coming back, her hunger for greatness undimmed. Bowl's redemption didn't end with the mixed relay. She had one more opportunity to shine in Paris, the women's 4x4 meter relay final. The Netherlands wasn't favored to win. The United States, Great Britain, and Jamaica were the teams to beat. But Bowl, along with her teammates Lika Klaver, Kathaleen Peters, and Evelien Salberg, believed in the impossible. From the first leg, the Dutch team held their own, with Klaver setting a strong pace and Peters battling fiercely against more experienced rivals. When Bowl received the baton in third place, the stage was set for another unforgettable moment. She knew what was at stake, an Olympic gold in a team event, an historic achievement for a nation that had never claimed such a title on the track. In the final lap, Bowl became a force of nature. Her strides were a testament to resilience, strength, and hope. With every meter, she closed the gap on the Americans, her determination electrifying the stadium. In the final meters, she surged past her rival with authority, crossing the finish line first. The Netherlands were Olympic champions, a triumph that marked a new era for Dutch athletics. Bol's tears as she embraced her teammates were not just of joy, but of liberation. She had turned failure into victory, rewriting her story with sheer determination. That gold wasn't just a milestone.